guys, Michaela here with Liberated Equine Therapy. Welcome back to another exercise you can do for your horse. Luke is still with me, helping me out with this one. Next, I'm going to show you some back lifts on how to do that. And back lifts are super great for showing your horse how to really support their trunk so they can have better posture and a better frame while riding. There's baby horses next door that he's talking to. Those are exciting. So back lifts also can help with your senior horse that's starting to get maybe a bit of a sway back. This can help strengthen those muscles they need to keep their back straight and level so that you can help your senior horse feel more comfortable. But it's also good for the working horse as well that's maybe having a bit of a harder time supporting themselves under saddle. This is great for that too. So for doing the back lifts, I'm going to reach in beneath him. He kind of knows what's going on. He's done this before. In between, like there's a little dip between these two pectoral muscles. I'm gonna just kind of tickle him there. You see he's really lifting pretty good. And then I'm gonna bring my other hand back this way so I get a more even lift. Good boy. And on a bigger horse it can be kind of harder to see, but what you're looking for is they really lift and engage their back so that it's more level from their butt to their withers. And do that again. Always keep an eye on that hind leg on the side you're standing on. Some of them, they don't like this stretch too much, so they might let you know with a little kick. Always be on the look for that. Be reading body language, don't be distracted. Again, good. And what you're trying to accomplish here is at first just get them to lift and hold that position for maybe a second, and eventually you'll work your way up to like next 3 seconds, then 5, then 7, and eventually you want them to be able to hold it for 10 seconds per repetition. I usually do about 5 repetitions, and that's 3 to 4 times a week is a pretty good amount for doing stretches for your horse. We'll do it again. This is number 3. Stay with him so he knows he can't move. Watch that leg and slowly let him relax. And you want them to be slow and even with their lifting. You don't want them to be all jerky and bouncing their back up and down, because that's not doing really any good. Think of it when you're doing your own stretches. You don't want to be like pushing yourself all the time. You want it to be nice, slow, even stretch, and that's what they need as well. Now, if your horse is a bit more dull, or maybe their back is pretty stiff and they have a harder time doing that, hoof picks are your best friend. You don't need to be too hard with hoof picks. Sometimes I'll even just use 1 instead of 2. Same thing. Give them a little tickle. And ask him to lift. Good boy. Yeah, and it's a little bit awkward and uncomfortable at first, so that's totally fine if they want to be wiggly. If you need another like wall, like say we have a fence here, or a gate, or like a wall in the stall, anything solid that you can have them sideways up against so they're not wiggling back and forth. Just make sure that they have enough room that if they feel a little worried, that they don't feel trapped and they can get out of that situation without hurting themselves or you. So we'll do 1 more repetition. Make sure he's good. Yeah, watch that leg. Good, hold. And let him relax. That one wasn't super good, but he gave you some pretty good ideas for the other ones. So this is something you can do for your horse really easily. Just a refresher, always watch for that hind leg. This one can be a little bit more dicey and you don't want to get yourself hurt. Make sure that the stretch is nice, slow, and even. Thank you. Did that feel good? And slowly build up your horse's ability to hold it, starting at just holding at 1 second and then releasing up to 10 seconds with 5 repetitions, 3 to 4 times a week. Thank you, and see you next time.